Something strange is happening out there in the vastness of space, and it's happening a lot closer to home than you might think. A massive interstellar object, roughly the size of Manhattan, is hurtling toward the inner solar system. It's called 3I Atlas, and recently, astronomers have noticed something extraordinary. The object has begun to glow green. Not gradually, not in a way that you would expect from a typical comet or asteroid. It was as if, suddenly, a switch had been flipped. Something turned on. For most of human history, interstellar visitors were the stuff of speculation. Then, in 2017, Oumuamua streaked past the sun and shocked scientists with its strange, elongated shape and lack of a cometary tail. In 2019, Borisov followed, behaving much more like a typical comet, but still bearing the distinction of coming from outside our solar system. Now, 3I Atlas has arrived, and it's different again, perhaps the strangest one yet. Unlike its predecessors, this object isn't just grazing the edges of the sun's influence. It's diving deep into the inner solar system, weaving close enough to planets that astronomers all over the world have the chance to observe it in detail. That alone is an event with odds of less than 1 in 5,000. At first, 3I Atlas didn't look like much. Observations showed a reddish object with no obvious comet-like features. There was no dramatic tail trailing behind it, no bright halo of vaporizing ice. If anything, it looked inert, just another hunk of rock and ice wandering the void. But then, something changed. Over the course of 2 weeks, telescopes from the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope in Chile recorded a dramatic shift. The object's color morphed from red to an eerie green. Chemical analysis revealed a sudden outpouring of gases, primarily cyanide and nickel, streaming off its surface in amounts that defied normal explanations. What startled scientists most was the way this activity seemed to kick in. Typically, as comets approach the sun, the increasing heat causes ices to vaporize. The closer they get, the more material boils away, usually in a smooth, predictable pattern. But 3I Atlas wasn't following the rules. Its outgassing wasn't proportional to sunlight or temperature in the way you'd expect. Instead, it behaved like a system with a threshold, completely inactive until it crossed a critical point, and then suddenly bursting to life. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb described the effect in simple terms. Imagine trying to buy a ticket to see a show. If you have only a little bit of money, it won't matter. You can't get in. But once you cross the minimum price, the doors open. The more money you have, the better your seat might be, but access requires that threshold payment first. That, Loeb explained, is what appears to be happening with 3I Atlas. It reached a certain temperature, and suddenly, a hidden process inside it switched on. But that's not the only strange thing about this traveler. Instead of a cometary tail pointing away from the sun, pushed by solar radiation, observations show a glow extending toward the sun. Even more puzzling, in some images the object appears to emit its own light, rather than merely reflecting sunlight. These oddities raise questions about what exactly we're looking at. Is this truly just a comet behaving in a way we've never seen before? Or is it something else entirely? Of course, scientists aren't declaring alien spacecraft, but they are openly admitting that 3I Atlas doesn't fit neatly into the categories we're used to. The team studying it suggests the change in color and brightness could be due to the release of fine icy grains, altering the way light interacts with the plume of materials. Still, the fact that it doesn't behave like any known comet keeps the mystery alive. The interstellar visitor has captured attention worldwide. The Hubble Space Telescope has already been turned toward it. Gemini North in Hawaii has captured striking images. Amateur and professional astronomers alike are watching closely, knowing that this may be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. After all, how often do we get to study a massive object from another star system, one that is willing to venture this close? There's an eerie quality to all of this. Space is vast, and the objects that wander between stars usually drift unseen. The fact that 3I Atlas happened to intersect our neighborhood, and that it's putting on a display unlike anything we've documented before, almost feels like a message in itself. The glowing green hue, the sudden switch on, the plume pointing the wrong way, it all gives this interstellar visitor an air of deliberate mystery. In the months ahead, astronomers expect to learn more. Will the green glow intensify as it gets closer to the sun? Will it sprout a more traditional tail, or continue to defy expectations? Could its chemistry reveal something entirely new about the kinds of materials floating between the stars? Or will its strange behavior only deepen the questions we already have? For now, 3I Atlas continues its journey inward, a glowing emerald messenger from another corner of the galaxy. Whether it's a natural oddity, an entirely new class of interstellar object, or something even more astonishing, one thing is certain: this is history unfolding before our eyes. And as it passes through the solar system, humanity is watching. So what do you think? Is this simply an exotic interstellar comet, lighting up in ways we don't yet understand? Or is there something more unusual at work, something that challenges our assumptions about what drifts in the dark between stars? Whatever the answer, 3I Atlas reminds us that the universe is far stranger and far more surprising than we can ever imagine.